30 points per game. A start line or an average which most players dream of averaging in a season, let alone a career. Not a lot of people can average 30 points per game due to the defense, the competitiveness, and just how tough the NBA really is. Not a lot of seasons where we see multiple people average 30, let alone, just one. But this season, wow, we are seeing 7 players. You could round that up to even more, but we are seeing 7 players averaging 30, something which we have never even seen before. A tight MVP race is literally happening right now. We have, like I said, we have a bunch of players averaging 30, and there's even more players who aren't averaging 30 who are in the MVP race. The superstardom of the NBA, how many proper good players, MVP caliber players there are, has skyrocketed this season, like most of all time. Joel Embiid, who leads the NBA in scoring with 33 points per game and has 2 50-point games in the span of 2 weeks. Luka Doncic, who's averaging 33 and broke Wilt Chamberlain's record for starting an NBA season with 30-point games. He's averaging 33. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's averaging 31 and is the first Thunder to do so since KD and Russ. And who's also putting the Thunder on his back, having an underrated MVP caliber season. Giannis, the 2-time MVP, is averaging 31 and has had a huge stretch of 30-point games. Steph Curry, who the greatest shooter of all time, he's averaging 30, which is no surprise. Kevin Durant, one of the most efficient scorers of all time, and arguably the best scorer of all time, he is scoring 30 on crazy efficiency while leading the Brooklyn Nets to a comeback season. Jason Tatum, who's also averaging 30, who's the best player on the best team right now, he has risen to superstardom. All those players are 100% in the MVP race. But there's literally more who aren't even averaging 30 who are tight MVP contenders. Jokic, Ja Morant, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, the list goes on and on. We have quite literally never seen talent like this before. Obviously, yes, all these players have been in the league for a long time. But playing at this high level, playing at, argument for best player in the world. Shout out to AD and LeBron as well. People I forgot. AD is definitely in there as well. But we've quite literally never seen an argument. Obviously, yes, what determines the best? Obviously, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is not the best player in the world. But the way he's playing gives him an argument to be the best player in the world. Donovan Mitchell, you already know what he's been doing with Cleveland. Cleveland's been having some crazy stats. He's got that teammate, Darius Garland, who I think can definitely win an MVP right now. This is probably... Next season's going to be crazier. Even next season. While you have these players that are still in the NBA, and you have all these other ones that are about to make that jump. For example, Zion Williamson, Desmond Bane, Brandon Ingram, 2 of them on the same team. De'Aaron Fox, Paolo Banchero, Jalen Green. I've missed a lot of players out, but you get the point. The NBA is getting more talented and talented every year, every month. And definitely, a rise. I would say Steph Curry and LeBron have a huge impact on this. Obviously, LeBron's athleticism, the way he's so athletic. He doesn't need skill, but he's also one of the most skillful players of all time. But Steph Curry literally kind of started a trend of better NBA players. It's not him. The game evolves, players get better. But Steph Curry is the reason everyone can shoot now. Stephen Curry is the reason 7-foot big men can shoot. And it's going to get better. There's kids in 8th grade, if you say in America, we say primary, we say S1 here in Scotland, but you got these kids that are shooting half-court shot. LaMelo Ball, look at LaMelo Ball, that's an influence of Steph Curry. You have all these great players who are just so talented, getting even more skillful because they can see highlights of the best NBA players. They practice it. They have players like Kobe who's motivating them to, work on your game all the time. The NBA is getting crazy, crazy good. This is hands down the greatest statistical season of all time, and it's not even close. So much good stats that have been happening. Steph Curry breaking his own box plus minus. Luka, like I said, breaking Wilt's scoring record of 30 points to start a season. Absolutely mental. But out of all these scoring, players that are looking for the scoring title, who do I think will win? I think it will be Luka unless the Mavericks make a trade. It's just the way they play. Luka's really dominating the ball offensively. to the point where he's just going to get even more points. Like, I'm kind of shocked he's not scored 50 yet, but at the same time, I do get it because he's not. Do you know what I mean? There's so much you can do when you've only got the ball. It's like a similar situation to James Harden.